Very often, people will keep their anomalous experiences to themselves. In other words, they recognize that by definition, these experiences are not going to be very welcome. In my Harvard encounter, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in a few minutes, the chairman of the committee said, with a lot of anxiety in his voice, if what you've been writing about is true, that's a terrible threat to the laws of science as we know them, you know, as if that was a bad thing. It's always been dangerous to get too involved with anomalous experiences, and maybe we can do a little bit about that. Probably will continue to be true in some degree. Faust, in Goethe's Faust, says, speaks of the foolish few who, with such knowledge, fail to keep their wealth of intuitions in their hearts, reveal their feelings and their visions to the rabble, have in all times been crucified and burned. Well, we don't do that now. We just ruin people's reputations, and, or try to. The courage to tell the truth. Now, telling the truth, we've seen, is dangerous. I mean, many reputations have been, people have had their struggle with telling the truth, and yet, ultimately, the truth has a way of prevailing. And I'm going to end this with a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson. I think it's appropriate. I'm from Massachusetts. I should bring a quote from Emerson. And this is from a speech he made in 1838 to the Harvard Divinity School. Now, in that time, most university education, at least at Harvard, and maybe nationwide, was theology, teaching about religion. There wasn't much science in those days. So he was railing in this talk against the stultification of religion in Cambridge and Boston, the way in which the Congregationalist churches had stayed within their own walls in very limited and rigid notions, and were not open to the transcendent spiritual elements that Emerson and his circle were engaged in. This is what he said to them. But speak the truth, and all nature and all spirits help you with unexpected furtherance. Speak the truth, and all things alive or brute are vouchers. And the very roots of the grass underground there do seem to stir and move to bear you witness. Thank you.